Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your #1 source for all things films and movies. And over the years, we've seen some of the actors and cast members who have starred in the Marvel Cinematic Universe star in other types of movies, especially when it comes to the animated sector. And it's been really cool to see how a lot of the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe translate in a different type of format when they're doing voice acting for characters. So today we wanted to take a look at some of the most interesting voice acting roles we've seen from various members of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. First up, we wanted to take a look at Tom Holland, who made his jump into the animated realm more recently. He starred in 2 animated movies so far, with Spies in Disguise, which he co-starred alongside Will Smith.
Spies in Disguise is a film that follows 2 characters, Walter Beckett and Lance Sterling, and they go on an adventure together to bring down a supervillain. But what makes this adventure really exciting is they're 2 very different people. They're polar opposites. One's a super spy and one's a super nerd. And the super spy is turned into a pigeon, and the super nerd, which is me, I always seem to play the nerd, has to kind of step up and help him save the day and learn to be a spy.
And then some of you might actually know that Tom Holland also starred in a more recent movie, Onward, which was a Pixar animated film where he co-starred alongside Chris Pratt.
Halt! Doth my brother dare touch my figurines in the midst of an active campaign? Oh, come on!
Barley, where'd you come from?
I snuck in the back.
Yeah, why, Barley?
No reason. Come on, Ian, I know you're stronger than that.
Well, was Chris Pratt there? Because I know that with recording, particularly when doing voiceovers, sometimes it's just yourself in a booth. But obviously the relationship between Ian and Barley is so strong and important. I imagine it would have been tricky to do that without anyone there on the other side. Was Chris in the studio with you?
Chris was in the studio with me one time, and it didn't really work because I couldn't stop laughing. Chris just kept making me laugh, and I think all the times that I laughed in this film is taken from that session.
If you guys have seen The Incredibles, either the first one or even the second one, you would know that Samuel L. Jackson voices one of the major characters, Frozone, in both films. It's always cool to see him just bringing a character to life, even if he's not actually physically playing the character. Just hearing his voice is something that's definitely recognizable.
Swim at your own risk. They've just had a kind of a rough discussion, and you're kind of appearing in out of the fog. And then Bob says, well, where'd you go today? I noticed you missed all the fun.
Don't be mad because I know when to leave a party. I'm just as illegal as you guys. Besides, I knew the cops would let you go. Honey!
What?
Where's my super suit?
What?
Where is my super suit? It's time to save the world, and you can't find your super suit. What's the first thing you do? A, look in my laundry. B, eat breakfast. C, watch a movie. D, look in the place I usually keep the suit. Look in the place I usually keep the suit.
Then there is the Lego Movie, which definitely was a popular film, and with the sequel also being pretty popular, it's always cool to see actors like Chris Pratt jump into the role and play the character and bring the character to life.
Look, I watch a lot of cop shows on TV, and isn't there supposed to be a good cop in that scenario also? If so, I'd like to talk to him, please.
Great, and then do another one in the same
Super
bit.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Super aggressive.
Another one just like that.
threw my arm out.
Going,
Craggle, I know that. Wait, did you say Craggle? I know that. How do I know that?
Matter of fact, the actress who played Maria Hill in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Cobie Smulders, also appears in the Lego Movie voicing Wonder Woman.
I just know what I got to do, and it's fun to do a Lego movie because you get to see all these superheroes in it together. It's like a mini version of the Avengers.
What has been in your memory that wildest thing you built with Lego or with friends or family or your nephews? I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't really grow up with Legos so much, but my husband did. So I'm always finding the little mini pieces all over our house.
Chris Evans, the face and original Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, also voiced a role in an animated movie called Battle for Terra.
I don't know what happened to you on Terra, But this is war. And I'd feel a lot better knowing you had my back. Mom and Dad would be really proud of you.
Then, flipping things up, Benedict Cumberbatch, who's known for doing so many different types of roles across so many different genres, played a tiger in the movie Mowgli.
Benedict Cumberbatch is Shere Khan.
He will always be a man. My, how you've grown.
Benedict is just, of course, the most magnificent choice for this character because he plays him not just as a black and white villain, but as a damaged individual. Car.
And Tom Hiddleston, who of course is known for playing Loki, has actually done a few different voice acting roles over the years. He played in the movie Tinkerbell and the Pirate Fairy.
Sparkles like 1,000 sapphires. You're quite the little genius.
But with voice acting, you just have your voice, and your voice has to tell all of the story.
You only have maybe a sketch or something to go by to create the character, because most of the time you put the voice first, and they have little cameras on you to get some facial expressions and something that they incorporate in the animation. Ha ha ha! Mi capitan!
And also did some voice acting for the movie Early Man.
I play Lord Nuth. He's a vain, self-important, puffed-up governor.
This is like a proper old-school villain. He's got sort of evil dripping from him.
Excellent.
Scarlett Johansson actually sings in the animated movie Sing, playing Set It All Free.
Super excited, and also I've only seen it at like 85%. I feel like they're coloring it and you know, like doing all the signing, fine print, whatever it is, all that stuff. They're like tweaking it until the very last minute. It feels like with these animated movies. I think they're like down to the wire all the time. So even though I saw it a few weeks ago, I still hadn't seen it in its complete form. So it's pretty exciting.
And then, of course, Ryan Reynolds, who is now technically a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with his character Deadpool moving into the MCU, has, of course, entered the animated realm as well, bringing to life Pikachu for the first time in a more live-action setting when he voiced Pikachu in Detective Pikachu.
When I first heard about this particular film, Detective Pikachu, I was excited to do a film that my kids would love. For me, that's a big one. That's a big one that they can watch, you know, and then I can watch with them.
Stay with me. Follow the bouncing ball. Harry faked his own death. Or somebody else faked Harry's death. Or Harry faked somebody else's death.
And while this next one's not a movie, it's a TV episode, it's still really interesting because nobody realizes it. But in Family Guy, the character Patrick Pewterschmidt is actually voiced by Robert Downey Jr. himself. Definitely not something you first recognize when you hear this character. However, if you listen closely, you can kind of start to put it together and realize that it is him. And that's something we think is really impressive.
What is it, Joe?
Another camper was strangled half an hour ago.
But that means...
Patrick can't be the killer.
That's what I was trying to tell you.
Acknowledged, I'm on it.
And then in The Jungle Book, we also saw Scarlett Johansson, who's known for playing Natasha Romanoff and the Black Widow in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, do some voice acting as well, which is something really cool to see behind the scenes.
All the roles were male in the original, so I thought that there was an opportunity with Kaa the snake to go with Scarlett Johansson.
It's a boy snake in the cartoon. And also he's a much more kind of friendlier version of our Kaa. He's really kind of goofy in the film and like friends with Mowgli and kind of like follows him along.
But first, we wanted to give a quick reminder. We do have a really awesome Instagram page that updates you guys on everything happening Marvel immediately. So if you guys want to follow us on Instagram, check it out, link in the description. There's also a ton of really awesome memes and other things that are posted on there. So make sure you guys are following that page. And let's go ahead and jump into this story. So what did you think of some of these clips? Let us know what you're thinking. But that's it for today, guys. Make sure you guys are subscribed with notifications on for more videos like this uploaded every day of the week. That's it for today, though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video.